What are you pointing at?
This camera.
Oh, I don't want to be on that.
Morning, everybody. This is Doug Pinter with Anytime Fitness North Peoria on Daily Energy. I got my buddy Mark with Stanley Steamer. Come on in the picture, Mark. What's going on, pal?
Nothing. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for coming down to the studio. We got a lot to talk about tonight. Let's first just hop right into Dunlap versus Limestone tonight. Dunlap at home. Yep. What's going on? What's predictions? What's thoughts?
Dunlap all the way.
Dunlap all the way. I know.
You got both these teams. They're great teams. Limestone, Eagles, great rivalry. Can't speak this morning.
It's early.
Haven't had enough coffee like you. Prediction is, we got to go Dunlap all the way there. Both teams are 3-4 coming into it. Both have tonight will determine their playoff chances. Whatever team wins has to win Week 9 in order just to make the playoffs. Whatever team loses, their playoff chances are done.
So there's 9 weeks in the high school football season?
There's 9 weeks, and then you got the ISHA tournament. So
Gotcha. Now, Mark with Stanley Steamer, our go-to professional here in the studio this morning. He's huge with the Dunlap JFL program, and we were visiting a little bit ago. And you mentioned, tonight is a winner-go-home type game, so I imagine the crowd will be out there. Everyone's going to be pumped up. I'm working the chain gang. Huh? Anytime Fitness Peoria will be out there.
We got Doug Pinter, Anytime Fitness representing out there. So any Limestone fans or Dunlap fans, make sure you're out there rooting on Doug Pinter on the sidelines there. What will probably happen is he'll probably get yelled at by the official, and we'll have to replace him at some point during the game.
Probably prior to kickoff. Going to try to rig the coin flip, steal all the flags out of the ref's pockets.
There you go.
And hopefully I don't cramp up. I got to stretch.
You got to stretch first.
Got to stretch. Yeah. What time's kickoff, man?
Kickoff? Well, Limestone actually ended up having to cancel their freshman, rest of their freshman schedule. Due to lack of players and some injuries. So we're actually going to have the sophomores up first. And those that know anything about high school football, freshmen play the 10-minute quarters. Once you get to varsity and sophomore level, you play 12-minute quarters. So this will probably throw back our kickoff a little bit. Normally kickoff's about 7:30. We're probably looking at more like 7:40, 7:45 before we kick off. Just depends how many times we throw at the sophomore level.
All right. Well, if you're not busy Friday night, it's going to be a beautiful night. Head on out to Dunlap High School. Check out Mark and a lot of these players. They go through the JFL program with you?
I would say 80 to 90% of the players run through the JFL program, even if it's Dunlap or any other area. It's their first introduction to football. They're usually a lot more successful at the high school level because most of the JFL areas are teaching these kids the proper fundamentals, how to play the game, and when they get to their high school level, our goal at the JFL level is to prep them for the high school and make sure they love the sport. I mean, I love sports, period. I don't care what sport it is. Maybe not croquet.
You're a great golfer.
No.
All right. So come on out. Check out Dunlap at home, hosting Limestone this evening. We got lots to talk about. How about the number 1 draft pick in NHL, Austin Matthews, comes out in his first game for the Maple Leafs.
Wow.
4 goals? You got to be kidding me.
Wow. Can you say Kane?
It was unbelievable.
Why didn't the Hawks pick him up?
Well, I don't know.
They probably couldn't afford him because of all the players.
I think the Hawks' payroll is pretty high up there.
A little bit.
It was pretty cool. On SportsCenter, they had Austin's parents up in the stands, and I mean, his first goal was electric in the stadium. And then when he got the hat trick, I mean, his parents were breaking down. And then the 4th goal, you got to be kidding me. He scored all 4 goals, but that was not enough. Austin Matthews, after the game, Maple Leafs lost 5-4 on a breakaway. It was actually Matthews' guy that beat him off the puck down the ice, and Matthews didn't stick with his guy, gave up the winner, but he showed a lot of class, took responsibility for it. What floors me are the stars up in the booth, one being Wayne Gretzky. He's a household name.
Yeah.
He says this kid is it. He is going to set all the new records.
Yep, he's going to be phenomenal. And, barring any injuries.
Yeah, yep.
Because you do have some dirty players out there that will look for those guys, but usually those guys are well protected in the NHL. So, this kid is going to be phenomenal. So this is our new Wayne Gretzky, Patrick Kane. This is our new player.
I love it. I think it's great for hockey. He showed him 2 hours after the game. He was still signing some autographs.
Yeah,
that's cool.
That is really cool because a lot of you got a lot of great athletes out there, and then you got the ones that don't spend time with their fans. I mean, the fans is what makes them, and they got to remember that. So
what a roller coaster game! 4 goals. He gave up. His guy scored the winning goal on him, and he held a lot of class and still went out and signed some autographs. So kudos to Austin Matthews. Maple Leafs, just tune in and watch him on the ice. He is unbelievable. Hey. Most importantly, let's get to it. The Cubs are in.
I was going to wonder if you're going to bring that up. We didn't talk about that. Dodgers? Bring the Dodgers.
Jeez. First, we got the Giants. I think I broke 2 remotes this past week. That's a lie. It was probably 8, closer to 8. San Fran's pitching was stellar. I thought, honestly, I'm going. Fell asleep at the bottom of the 8th in the final game there. What was that? 4. And I woke up to the Cubs celebrating. I was in disarray. I was confused.
Were you like rewind, but oh wait, the remote's broke?
Probably. But I thought the Cubs handled the pitching pretty well. Rizzo's got to get swinging that bat. He is ice cold. I think he's 1 for 19 right now.
I just like to point out, how about Arrieta against Baumgarten? Took him for a 3-run home run. I had $10 on that game. I'll be honest with you. One of my employees, he's a Cubs fan too. So we bet $10 because he said, Cubs aren't going to sweep. I'm like, they're going to sweep, So I bet $10. The game goes 14 innings. I fall asleep. I couldn't watch it.
Yeah,
I'm texting them, like, hey, I'll take 10 crisp 1s, 2 5s, or a nice crisp 10.
10 spots always the way to go.
Yeah, 10 spot. It was 3-1.
Yeah,
And then I wake up and we lost in 14 innings. So he came up to me last night in my office and he goes, hey, it's pretty funny, huh? Give me my $10. I'm like, listen, we bet on a 9-inning game, not a 14-inning game.
It's a good point. Good point. There's a lot of loopholes. Whenever you place a wager with this guy, you're going to lose. Even when you win, you lose. It's just how much. So we got the Cubs versus Dodgers. Dodgers pitching. Holy smokes, here's a lineup for you. Kershaw, filthy, came in out of the bullpen last night. His speeds ranged 23-mile-an-hour fastball to slider. He's almost unhittable. He's 1-0. He's got a 5.84 ERA in the postseason. I think that's a little skewed. He gave up a couple hits, but he is a past Cy Young pitcher, and I think he versus Arrieta. Wow, I think the ratings will be sky high. And then Dodgers go to another guy in the pen, Hill. He's 6.43. And then can't even read my writing here. Masella is a 12.0 ERA. Now, 2 of the 3 pitchers I just mentioned are lefties, so I think Madden and the Cubs can switch up their lineup. He'll bring guys in that swing well against left-handed hitters, hopefully get into that Dodgers bullpen sooner and later and start causing some damage. Now, we got Lester, we got Hendricks, we got Arrieta, and then Lackey. How about Lackey coming over from the Cardinals? Pitching a decent game the other night. I mean, he is a straight competitor.
You just like digging those Cardinal fans, don't you?
No, I'm not trying to be that arrogant fan. Maybe a little, just a little bit. So Cubs Dodgers first pitch tomorrow night, 7:00. Then we got hometown boy Zach McAllister with Cleveland taking on the Blue Jays in Cleveland. They open up that series today. Tune in, check out McAllister on the Hill. Should be a great series. Both those teams swept their opponents, so they're both combined 7-0. So this ought to be one heck of a shootout between the Jays and the Indians. All right, Mark. Mark's our go-to professional with Stanley Steamer, and we had a little conversation this morning. We were talking about maybe a lot of people looking to update their homes, maybe not purchase new, but looking to update homes. And we were talking about a couple key areas in the homes that people should consider. So I know the return on investment, we were just talking a little bit ago, kitchens and bathrooms. Let's start with kitchens. I know we love to entertain, and that was one of our focal points when building the home is we want a large kitchen area to entertain. So What do we do? Knock out walls? We expand? What are you seeing the trends nowadays with kitchens and bathroom remodeling projects?
Well, just to let everybody know, we're not talking Stanley Steamer doing this. We got my other company, Hoagland Construction, so that's why we're talking construction. But as far as the trends are, everybody wants an open home. They want to be able to see, from the kitchen into the living room or family room where they entertain, and it's all becoming one big open area. You still have the formal dining rooms, which is nice for the holidays. But what you're seeing is, I mean, realistically, what you're seeing is a big, large kitchen with a large family room, and they're not spending too much time in the other rooms. So
I never understood. I mean, the formal dining, I get it. When you have family over, that's all nice. We create a little nook for a kitchen table, but instead of that family dining room, we turn that into an office. We create an office. We use that a little bit more. Do you see some trend? I mean, are people doing that? Or?
Yes.
Not that I work out of the home, but I mean, to say I got an office
because we're getting away from, not getting away from, but times have changed. We got busy lives. We got two-parent working family households. The day of the formal dining room is going away. Matter of fact, in my home, I had a formal dining room and a formal living room, along with the family room and the smaller kitchen.
Are we going to get an invite to your house?
Eventually. So I elected to knock out the formal dining room, and my kitchen is now twice the size. It's funny, I have realtor friends that go, "You put $1 million kitchen in a $300,000 house," pretty much. And it's because that's
where you guys spend your time?
Yeah, and I plan on being there. So, I mean, I don't mind investing in that. So, people who plan on, you want what you want where you live. To make that more sound.
Yeah, can you break that down? You want what you want where you live. Could you break that down?
You don't mind investing a little bit more and maybe overdoing a room if you plan on being there for a while. Because, did I really need to spend that much money on my kitchen remodel? Absolutely not. Am I going to get the value back out of it? Because going back to how your ROI. My ROI is going to be low because I overdid my kitchen for the value of my neighborhood, if you will.
And that's one thing I was reading this morning. When you're looking to redo your kitchen, your bathrooms, you want to take a look at, obviously, the subdivision or the homes around you and try to match up so that way when you come to sell. See, it sounds like you already fully understand because you're in the business, you invested some money into that kitchen, and your ROI on it will be not as great as what some people maybe would want out of their remodel job. So it's matching up the appliances and the layouts and things of that nature. But, I love the kitchen. That's where the kids come home, they sit down, they do their homework, we cook.
You talk,
the living room,
you spend time in there.
The Wi-Fi signal in my kitchen stinks, so my kids got to talk to me. Which they absolutely hate. What do you find, though, in kitchens? What did you do to your kitchen? Give us 3 things you did in your kitchen to upgrade it.
3 things I did. I knocked out the dining room.
All right. Expansion.
Put in an outstanding custom cabinet. We tripled our cabinet space. Now, I will just say this.
How many pots and pans you own?
Listen, and that's the funny thing. So I designed this kitchen. I picked out the cabinets. I designed the cabinets, the drawer space, all that. We tripled our space. And I'm thinking to myself, there's no way we're ever going to fill this.
It's full.
It's more than full. My countertops are full. Everything's full. I'm like, the more space you have, that means the more your wife may spend and fill the...
There's no may about it.
We need this. I haven't even used that. What is that for? I don't know.
It's a strainer. For what? I don't know. And then what's that third thing? So expansion, storage, and then appliances.
To me, appliances and flooring, Yeah. The biggest thing you can do to your kitchen, obviously, like I did, I went above and beyond for the value of my neighborhood. For most people that want to stay within that and get the most ROI, you're looking at cabinets, you're looking at flooring, and you're looking at appliances.
All right, if there's one thing you could redo about your kitchen that you renovated, what would that be? or you're extremely happy with it?
I'm extremely happy with my kitchen.
Fantastic. Well, if I ever get an invite, I'll take some pictures, and then I'll update all the listeners on that. So how long did that project take?
Well, because I did some work myself, and then I had my guys do the work, and I ordered some custom things. It was probably done start to finish in 6 weeks.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
No.
So when I was reading why people are so hesitant to start the remodel project, it all starts with the communication or getting bids from people like, companies involved. Let's just leave it at that. And you got to find a reputable company that's going to communicate clearly and do what they say they're going to do. I've run into, in the last 2 months, people saying they're going to do things. They're nowhere in the ballpark on what they're promising, and that leads to frustration. I can give you my word that this guy here, Mark, our go-to professional, with Stanley Steamer, but Hoagland Construction, will be up front. Number one, he'll be honest, and they'll finish up your project on time, which is key because so many people, when you tell them 8 weeks, they hear 8 weeks, and not 8 weeks in one day. So I can imagine there's some challenges with any type of project.
Most of your good contractors are going to give them a date range.
Yeah.
Well, depending on what we find, because sometimes you get into these projects and some contractors is way off. I don't know what happened to my sound there, but
I don't know. It sounded like it was way off.
Yeah, some contractors are just way off, but in the contractor's defense, if we have a plan in place and they're not sure what's behind the walls, and then we get into that and say, hey, we find foundation leaks or whatever, I mean, that's going to add to the project. So most customers need to understand that. If we tell you 8 weeks for this project and then we find 3 more weeks worth of work, that's 3 more weeks worth of work. But the other thing too is the contract, you got to be communicative. You got to talk with your clients. You got to set expectations. You got to lay out, materials budget for them so they stay within budget, or if they choose to go over, they can go over their budget. The other big thing is making sure your whatever contractor you choose has insurance.
Man, it's like you're reading my notes here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're stealing my thunder.
I'm sorry.
Will you give me just a second? This is Mark Hoagland, Stanley Steamer, our go-to professional, talking a little bit about Hoagland Construction and what they can do for you and your home. We're talking about Mark renovating his kitchen. Some things that will help the process. Do a background. Get some references. Go walk through some homes that have been remodeled. Communication is the biggest downfall. That is what everyone fears. There's no communication. So when you find 3 weeks of extra work, obviously you relay that over to your customer.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then it's up to that customer on what plan they want to go A or B. And then make sure you get pictures of what you want. Because if I tell you something, I got a picture in my mind, which
my
is
picture's
sweet.
way different.
His picture's way different. We come up with something that doesn't match either of our expectations. So start going through magazines, ripping out pages and earmarking some things. And then I think that would help the discussion in the planning project.
It helps.
phase.
It helps to make sure everybody's on the same page.
And then finally, budget. If you go to a contractor and you tell them you have $75,000 to remodel your kitchen, that's $75,000. Don't expect $125,000 worth of work done on a $75,000 budget. So it's about everyone being realistic and just communication. I think that's key, not just in your business, but my business and around the world. Trump and Hillary, man, can they communicate?
Let's not talk about
What's with
politics.
the dude in the red sweater? Anyways, let's switch this up a little bit.
Okay.
So, a little bit about kitchen remodeling. Let's talk about Tiger Woods. I know you're a huge golfer. Last time we golfed, you cramped up a little bit on me.
I carried the team.
You did carry the team. Thanks for mentioning that.
Why do you have to bring up cramp? Oh, I know. This is payback.
Yes. Remember how you had the microphone last week when I volunteered at the Dunlap JFL chain gang?
As a cheer dad, by the way.
As a cheer dad.
Because I couldn't get football dads to volunteer.
Yeah, so I'll hop up there and help. And then I'll just say Mark had the microphone. I actually had a parent come up to me in my neighborhood and is like, are you and that guy friends? I was like, Mark, no, I don't know that guy. That's how complimentary Mark was. So we're going to talk a little bit about how Mark cramped up on hole 12 at Metamora Fields.
I don't remember that.
You don't, because you were laying on the ground. I wish this camera could pan down, but it would be similar, like, if I laid on the ground, start rolling back and forth, kicking and screaming, yelling, "I'm going to die." That's kind of what happened there.
What happened was, all right.
Yeah,
I cracked a joke. Everybody started laughing. I started laughing so hard I was crying. You guys were all in tears. All right. You know how when you start laughing a little too hard, your side starts to cramp? I got a cramp. It hurt. I had to go down, and it was hard to stop laughing, and the cramp kept going.
In the morning,
we can't tell the joke on the air, but it was a good one.
It was real good. All right. Well, I'm taking the high road. So tonight, are you in the announcer's booth there at Dunlap?
I will be running the game clock, so I will not be announcing. I will not say anything about your hair. I will not say anything about how shiny it is and how it's blinding me up in the press box.
Let me roll out of this picture real quick. Can you see me, Mike? All right. Back to the point. Hey, Tiger Woods said he was playing in the Safeway Open. Backed out on Monday after strong remarks Friday about how he is ready to take this on. Man, that's tough. Obviously, Friday he thought he was ready to go. Come Monday morning, over the weekend after practicing that golf course, it just wasn't suited his game. The good news is, with Tiger pulling out, the exemption that got the phone call in posted a solid round to even par yesterday. So there's sponsors exemptions for these events. My first initial reaction was, I can't believe he just took someone's spot. A sponsor exemption is for a guy trying to work his way up in the ranks in the PGA Tour or the Buy.com or Canadian Tour. And you get that call and you... because the PGA wants a full field of 144. Obviously, Tiger pulls out 143. They fill it with an exemption. So good for that young guy. Hope he keeps playing well. You got a leader at 10 under par. How do you shoot 10 under par on this golf course? Scott Piercy, 10 under. A couple other notables, Keegan Bradley and Phil Mickelson at 3 under. Solid rounds, but yeah, you're 7 off the pace. So good luck this morning, Friday, out there at Safeway Open. Tiger, I don't see him coming back I don't see him back till 2017.
He should, he needs to
take
it off.
I think he's got a lot of pressure, a lot of self-imposed pressure. Obviously, the media and everyone will scrutinize his every shot and ability on national television. I mean, think if there were national camera crews in your office on one of your biggest days. I mean, that's a lot of pressure.
But hey, while we're talking about golf, Dunlap is sending, I think, 2 golfers down to the state tournament in Bloomington.
Solid.
It's this Saturday, so since we're talking about golf.
Way to go to the golfers out there at Dunlap. Yeah. Good luck this weekend. I think they play over at Prairie Vista or the Den over in Bloomington. So play well, hit the ball low if the wind is blowing over there. Huge greens over at Prairie Vista. So good luck to you players out there. Hey, let's. We got about 7 minutes left. Let's talk. You mentioned bathroom remodels. I'm still a little ticked off. My wife, we just built a home, put a big tub in our bathroom. I'm never going to use it. She's never going to use it. What's some of the? Thanks for listening to me, everyone. Vent. What's some of the trends on bathroom remodels that's happening nowadays?
It depends on budget, obviously, but the higher end ones, the trends are tiled shower still, going with the natural stone like a slate or a marble, custom shower with custom glass, and that can get quite expensive.
Yeah.
If you're looking just to improve the value of an older property, just throw in a new surround. Just throw in a new tub surround with new fixtures, vanity and the vanity top. Those are the big things. And then paint and flooring. So, I mean, you can go, you could probably do a bathroom remodel as low as $4,000. maybe 3, depending on the size, all the way up to sky's the limit. You know, I tell people when because they're asking me a million questions. Well, how much is this going to cost? Well, it just depends on what you want to pick out.
Sure.
You know, well, can you do this? Well, the typical answer is we can do anything, depending on what your budget is.
Yeah. What about walk-in closets? Is that a thing of the past, or is that coming back?
No, I think walk-in closets are still huge. I mean, we love ours. We only have one in our home, and it's full with most of my wife's things. I get the little closet, and a little dresser, and she gets everything else.
Sounds like you get what you deserve.
Yeah, but why would you put a big tub in if you're not going to use that?
I have no
That's
clue.
the one thing I want to understand.
Well, she said, "Oh, I'm going to use it," and we've been in the house for 4 months or so.
And you haven't used it once.
The only water that's been in it is to clean it. Yeah, it's a waste of space, in my opinion.
So you put in one of those big.
I could have had a bean chair in there. I got a TV.
A bean chair in a bathroom?
I got a TV in my bathroom, so I could sit in my bean chair, watch some TV, do my hair. I know.
That must take some time.
It does. It takes about a minute.
Yeah. Sure.
Why are you giving me such a hard time?
Don't look at my head.
It's because we're good friends.
Yep.
But so
let's go back to this tub thing, because this has me. Is it one of those large corner units with the Whirlpool jets and all that?
I don't even know.
So here's what you do. I'm sure it has jets in there, and I'm sure you get a button.
Can you come remove it?
No. This is what you do. When your wife's out working and she's out for working hard.
I know where you're going. Fill the tub with beer and ice and throw a party.
No. Get some rose petals, some candles, get them out there, and then
you're making me look horrible now.
Have Barry playing in the background. Make sure the kids are at Grandma and Grandpa's. And just trace some rose
and
petals.
go, what the heck is this?
She'd probably just shake her head and walk away and say, I've had a long day, I'm going to bed.
So, bathroom renovations, obviously square footage will dictate probably the pricing and the time.
And the materials, yep.
Yeah. So let's say someone's got a medium-sized bathroom. You got a tub/shower combo. You got the vanity. You got the toilet. Let me see here. So if we throw some fresh paint, we get some new appliances. Most of the time, the bathroom's decent. It just gets old to the person living in the home. Mm-hmm. Would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So
remember the pink tiles?
That's what we actually got in our bathroom.
Oh,
no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I do. I've walked into some bathrooms and I'm like, whoa.
They look nice. I mean, they're real nice. But...
Yeah. Or orange. My parents' kitchen when I was young was orange and yellow.
Nice.
It's horrible, Mom. Can't believe you did that. So easiest way, get a hold of Mark with Stanley Steamer, our go-to professional. We were talking a little bit about construction and renovation. Someone is posting a note through the door there. I appreciate that. You can give Mark a phone call down there at Stanley. You guys go out, take a look. What's the process?
Typically, for construction, you'll either get myself or Ed Wilson, who's my construction manager. He's actually my uncle. He's been in the business for years. I don't want to say how old he is because he doesn't like that. But that guy, he's my go-to guy.
You're coming out to my house Monday.
Yep.
I'm still leery about giving you my address, but what the heck?
A brand new house.
Have you take a look at a few things. So... Anyways, hey, it's that time of the show. We're going to do the picks of the weeks on football. Mark is looking like a deer in some headlights to let me
football
get this
picks.
up.
You do football picks?
Yeah, we
What's
do
your
football.
record?
Hey, I'm getting there. Give me just a second. I got to walk you through this process.
Are you taking the St. Louis Rams?
No, who would? Are you? Please tell me you are.
There is no such thing as St. Louis Rams anymore.
Oh, there we are, the LA Rams. So here's your game. Oh, son of a gun. What am I doing here? All right, so there's your games, Mark. You can go ahead and
what games
slide
you
through
pick?
that. All right, that's a good question. So last week we had Ken Allison on. He and I tied. We are now, I have 7 total points on the year, and the go-to pros, 7. So after I make a clean sweep this week, my prediction for next Friday, I'll be announcing I have 11.
Now, you did say you want me to let you win, right?
7. So... Hold on, I'm going through the pick.
Oh, my bad.
We got a minute left. I got Cincinnati and New England. New England -9. I'm going to take New England. Tom Brady on fire. That offensive line, just buying him all sorts of time. And Bennett, he's my tight end in a fantasy football league. watch him put up at least 2 more touchdowns following up his 3-touchdown week last week. 49ers at the Bills. Bills -9. I'm going to take Buffalo. I think Buffalo pitches almost a shutout to the 49ers. Then we got Jets in Arizona. Arizona -7.5. I'm going to take the Jets. Why not? So I got New England -9, Bills -9, the Jets +7.5. And my lock of the week is the Patriots. The Patriots will probably be my lock of the week until the Super Bowl, which they will win. So, Mark, let's go. Give me your picks.
I'll take the same picks.
What? No,
Oh,
you
wait,
can't.
that's a tie. All right.
Come on.
I'll take the Steelers -7.5.
Who they playing?
They are playing the Dolphins.
Okay.
Give me the Titans over the Browns. Titans -6.
Okay.
And then I will take, this is a toughie. Give me the Houston Texans -3.5 against the Colts.
All right. Wow, you're laying a lot of points, and your lock of the week is?
Ooh, let's go Steelers.
Steelers. There it is. So I got New England, Bills, Jets, and Mark took Steelers, Titans, Texans. We'll come back next week with the finals there. Let's go, Cubbies. Let's start swinging the bats.
Yes.
Let's get into the bullpen early.
First game, second game, third game, fourth game, sweep. We're done.
Everybody, stay awake this week. I mean, there were a lot of people going into the office last week.
8 more games.
8 more games, people. You want to go to a Cubs game?
Sure.
Let's look at tickets. That's my name's Doug Pinter with Anytime Fitness North Peoria on Daily Energy. Our go-to professional, Mark Hoagland, Stanley Steamer, and we spoke about Hoagland Construction. Reach out to him, give him a call for all your renovation needs, or if you need a shed in the backyard, put that mower away for the winter.
Yeah.
Everyone have a great week. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.